So I'm walking this town Wailuku, which is generally on the way to where I hike, but I've never really walked around the town center of this place. So I decided to walk around. Anyway, went to this pawn shop right here, and none of the only like half a dozen of the coins were actual silver, like 80, and one of them was 90% silver. So I made 40 bucks on like 6 coins, and then he gave me back the rest of them, which is worth probably, they're not silver, they're just worth face value, and it's like 60-70 bucks there, but I got 40 bucks off the silver ones. Anyway, I'm gonna walk around this town. This is Wailuku, and it's kind of on the way to that trail I always go to, some other interesting hiking areas. But I've never walked it. I've got spending money in my pockets. I actually should have brought the coins with me. I put them back and hid them in the car, but I'm just going to take the coins to the bank and change it for bills. Anyway, so this is the town part. We're from Kihei. That's where my mom lives, and they don't really have a town area. And Kalalui doesn't have a town area either, really, just stores and restaurants or whatever. So this really, outside of the old Lahaina, which burned down, this is really the only kind of like town-like place around here that you'll see, like older Main Street type of place, like this. There's some towns up in the hills too, and there's one over on the coast going to Hana, but which is a lot more touristy than this. Anyway, I guess check it out. Get a little walk in before the movie art gallery, coffee shop up here. Oh shit! That fucking bush. Anyway, there's a cool little mural. Not little; it's the whole side of a building actually. Nice looking mural. Anyway, still walking around. I'm gonna go to this old historic church that's up on the hill here. Was walking down that way. The homeless people are friendly. At least the one guy was. The black guy over there. Hey, he was like acting like I was his lost buddy. Kind of cool, man. I guess that's my cup of tea. They're like some homeless people, and I fucking get recognized like I'm one of them, because they got the backpack on today. Brought my little backpack because the big one looks silly. I'm out of breath. Get out of shape. I ain't been hiking. Fuck. Every time I drive through, I say I should take a walk there, man. It's fucking calm. Nobody here really. On the weekday, this is busy. This is Saturday, so. But you see a lot of homeless here. Hanging out and shit, but they could be hit or miss. But that guy was hella friendly. Matter of fact, the guy in the pawn shop, I don't know if he's the owner, but his name's on the business card, and he was there with a couple other people. But I asked him, "Hey, you Alan?" Because he's the guy on the business card. And he said, "Yeah." He's a real character, real friendly guy. So a positive experience today, man. Turned 5 coins into 40 bucks, and got some spinning change. Now I know the other ones are basically just face value worthless outside of what their normal value is. Getting out of breath. This is actually a hill. I don't know if you can tell. I'm getting really out of breath. There's a church up here. A couple of old churches. I wanted to just walk around the area a little bit before the movie, get my exercise. And this is probably one of the only towns that has pretty decent hills, unless you go up toward the volcano. I keep running over shit. I don't know what that was. Anyway, so I like old shit. So I like that church. This is near Yao and Hawaii Ridge area and the coastal dunes where I hike a lot. It's only 5 to 10 minutes from either one of them. be honest. The turnoff is right down that way. It's 3 miles away to get to Owl Valley, and another maybe 5 to 10 max. Get to my other hike that way. Coastal Dunes. Here's the courthouse, made in 1907. These are the security guards for the courthouse, and you can charge your electric vehicle right there. So you got a lot of government centers there and stuff too. And then you got these old historic church right up here, wherever that is. Anyway, I always found it kind of interesting. I figured I'd take a walk one day, and so I'm finally doing it. Then I'm gonna go get something to drink. The birds ain't afraid at all. Maybe they're used to being fed. Very old Wailuku Public Library, 1929. I don't find stuff like this boring. Other people probably do, but I find it more interesting than hanging out at public beaches. And you can see the mountain in the distance there. Cloudy, but not quite at the top. Roosters are abundant. In a second, I'm going to be up on the church. Okay. I don't know anything about this church or how old it is, and I don't see a sign outside of that. Wailuku Union Church. I guess it's still active, man. Well, you can tell it looks really old to me, but I'll have to look it up. Union Wailuku Church. Beautiful. Look at that stained glass windows, stuff like that. They're using it, actively using it. They got a preschool next to it. That is cool looking. Of course, in the Philippines, you got lots of this stuff from the Spanish era. So, and even much bigger than this. But this is the one thing that's really one of the, outside of Hawaiian ruins. This is one of the oldest things out here, I would imagine. Just the look of it, I could be wrong, but don't quote me on that. All right, guys, that's it for the town. As you can see, there's just like a couple of pawn shops, art studio. There's a place with food trucks too. I'll probably film that in a second. Cool little place here on Main Street called Parlay, like a little lunch place or something. There's like an indoor mall here, or promenade here, and a pizza place right on the outside. Look at this, Gianotto's. Take a look. You know me, I like pizza. I gotta come back to a slice or something. Oh, cool. Look. Looks kind of empty right now, but for Saturday. Pastry joint there or something. Dance Academy. Not a lot going on. Elevator going up to somewhere. Dance Academy. Go see the food trucks. Pretty much it. They got an old theater called the Owl over there. Not open. I don't know if they ever use it for anything. But that's pretty much it. Coming up on the food trucks. Hey, further down that way where the gentleman's walking, there's a couple of different places. Pawn shop and some kind of convenience store. Usually there's more trucks in there, I think. I don't know. But you got Korean right here. And a Thai one right here. So if it's open, I'll probably try it out. There's your menu. No prices. And they've been closed for a long time. You know, like, they're open during a weekday normally. They're closed for the holiday currently. All right, guys. And that's the pawn shop I went to earlier. All right, later.